Hi, Geminis. It's Ash. We're going to do your reading for November, and we're going to start off with a reading on finances, money, careers with the Tarot Pagan Cats and the Halloween Oracle, and then do another reading on for some reason. And then we're going to finish off your reading with 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. So we'll get started. And Roy's put to join us. So you guys, Geminis, are all about action and using that creative side of you to get things done. But it feels like lately the hard work that you're putting in is not getting noticed by other people, no matter how hard you do this. And it's almost making you feel a little bit hopeless. Now, in the past, you guys haven't really been having a good row of it. Like it seems like you guys do good and you get shit in return. Almost like people just aren't valuing you for your true skills that you guys have. But going forward, you guys stay tough. You guys have your emotions in check. You know what you're worth, and that's really all that matters. Now, in the first few weeks of November, when it comes to your work and finances, you may feel like you're a little bit topsy-turvy and feeling a little off balance with things, but that's something that's coming out because things are working really fast this month. You guys are on the ball, but not everybody else is. The people around you, as you guys come out of this sort of, okay, so now we're back. They're the type of people who are going to be stalled in their creative endeavors. So you'll be best working on things your own and not relying on other people so much. This is your guys' card, the Wounded Warrior. You guys, you're still going to fight through it. Sorry for the disconnection again. Now, by the end of the month, I feel like you guys are the type of people, because you are so nice and you do want to give people the benefit of the doubt, you're going to realize that working with other people probably isn't your forte. If you work with other people, try to hone in and do whatever jobs it is yourself, so that way you guys don't get the fallback, since you have been having such bad luck lately. Now, you guys are all about weaving your own fate, and this is reducing the burden. So you need to make sure that even though you don't want to take all the work on your shoulders, because you guys always do that, you want to make sure that you're actually getting the work done too. So even if it means you taking the work on this month, might be better for you guys. You guys are going through it with real positivity and joy, which is good. And you're looking at things in a positive way, looking back in remembrance and really being thankful for the things you have. So you guys are smart and you do know what you're worth. Going forward, you're full of possibilities this month. And just remember to have fun with it, because through the stressful times, they're going to happen. So you may as well try to make the best of it. Keep that joy going and just have a good time and play. So now we're going to work on love and relationships. And this can mean obviously love, but also family, friendships, that sort of thing, even coworkers. So just people that in general, relationships. You know, a lot of people seem to be going through a lot of back and forth, ups and downs this month. It's not just you guys. So it seems like a month, maybe with the new changes coming up, the new season, and then we got Christmas coming in the new year. People are starting to get in that rush to get things done. Just, it's exactly the right word, roller coaster. Just remember, you guys are the type of sign that can take things in stride and let it roll off your back. It's not going to be anything you guys can't handle. So while I'm pulling your cards, if you guys feel like this resonates for you, I ask you to please click like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can do so in any of the links below. There is special readings monthly for the birthday bums. So I'm doing Scorpios this month, which you can see on the website after November 1st. Yep, exactly. But in a good way. Where he's like, I'm getting hungry. Okay. This new moon seems to have affected a lot of people. Normally, I find it doesn't affect me emotionally, and it's made me really sentimental, weirdly, and like a ramped up energy in the air. And everybody seems to be noticing this big surge of energy, which is really fun. And I think it's because It's that week right in between the full moon and Samhain, or however you want to say it. Yep. Yeah. Almost like a disassociate, right? In a sense. Like easier just not to deal with it. Aww. I ended up going to sleep right around this time last night, and I was in bed most of the day. I was so tired. Welcome back. I think you're a bot. I'm not sure. Actually, no, I don't think you are. Oh, there you go. Philip, please. I'll follow you back. Let's see. If that's what you mean, follow you? You come at my scopes all the time. Okay. Just stay in the room long enough and I will. I'll grab you. I'm just going to get these cards out and then I shall follow you back. Hi, person watching on YouTube. I am also streaming on Periscope at the same time under Ash Pauls. So if you guys are on there, you should run over here and join the chat. Okay. View profile, follow. There. Let's give you follow. Okay. So when it comes to relationships in November, Gemini, you guys aren't putting the action forth like you normally do. You could have been coming out of a relationship and putting your focus elsewhere, which could actually be work. You guys could also just feel like you have 2 double action cards reversed. So you just feel like it's not worth your time at this moment, or you're not really putting in the effort you normally would with relationships you're in. Either you're dealing with past relationship issues, or you just don't have the need for it right at the moment because you're too busy. But it does look like some of you are feeling this way because of either a new relationship or a new partnership at work. I feel like a lot of you, it's something new that started. Now, in the past, you had a lot of codependency in the relationships you were in. There could have been some sort of addiction involved, but normally it's a codependency issue. It could have been you or the person you're with, which could be another reason why you're not moving forward, because that codependency is still being thrown at you to this day if it was them. And that's why there could be a lot of petty fighting, a lot of jealousy and silliness, immature behavior moving forward. But in the first few weeks of November, you guys are finally deciding to make those changes and really go after fixing your relationships and going at them headstrong. Now, right now, it's showing that you have this action card going forward emotionally, which is really good. You guys are cutting through the bullshit and just going right ahead. Now, the people around you seem like they're just sort of sitting around being lazy and kind of going inward, and instead of taking care of themselves, they're almost secluding themselves. You're welcome, sweetie. But right now, it seems to be a time where you're trying to decide if you're in a relationship, do you want to stay and work it out, or do you want to walk away? If you're not in a relationship, if you really want to bother being in one right now. So it's just a matter of making those choices going forward. By the end of the month, it seems like instead of focusing on the bad instead of the good, like most people would be, you guys are going to be focusing on the good regardless. So if you have new relationships or ones you want to mend, this will definitely be the time to do it in the last couple weeks of the month. For others of you, you're just focusing on the other things and seeing the positivity in those. So going into December also, we have here the werewolf, where you're exploring wildness and really getting to shine and show who your true self is, not letting the weirdness of relationships or the nervousness of it bound you or like hold you down. You're really coming out there and really showing the world what you got. Now, this is an underworld where all things pause and begin again. So it's like you guys have taken that time for yourself, and now you're putting yourself out there. It's not always that, like relationships and love. Like I said, it could be with work too, and really showing people what you got. But don't hold on to regret. This is the biggest thing. Forget the past. You're moving forward. You want to look back in the past and see where you've come from and grow from it instead of letting it hold you back from moving forward. This is a skull of darkness, which are about blind spots. And this is looking at the things in your life, Geminis, where it could be repeated patterns. If it's a codependency issue, if it's someone who's always lying to you, Look at those things that seem to reoccur in your life, and then you can go from there and really become a lot stronger. Because going forward, it shows forgiveness, and this is reducing the burden. So you're finally letting this bullshit slide off your shoulders and moving into the winter time, which is the sacredness of pausing. This is taking time for you. So a lot of you, you'll either take this time you need in order to fix your relationships or to be ready for your next one that's coming forward. So for your 3 oracle cards, first one I pulled is number 44, Thinker. So the ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. So take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment, there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem, and you have all the information you need. So keep it simple, and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. So definitely make sure that you're making that plan and use your guys' brains that you got going forward to make the right movements in your relationships and work. Now, your next card is number 43, Deep Knowing. Just watching my cat, make sure he's behaving. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness, and that you are a part of, but cannot see with the naked eye. It is perplexing that people are taught to ignore into this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was first told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what it is available in the limitation of human experience. You are given the information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or the regular 5 senses, but which is 100%, correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. This is all about your pauses that you need to make. You are now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. So really keep an eye out on what's going on around you. When you take this pause and really want to grow as a person and make the decisions you want, this is a time to really step back and make those decisions done right. So your last one is number 33, Chaos and Conflict. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere, but consider the value of chaos that serves you well as you become unmoored by it. Scattered to the winds, you have, switches pages. You have behind parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is always internal, projected outward and causing disarray. You may find yourself at a cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you can't control. Yet every storm passes, and every chaos leads to reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than one side of the situation. So look upon this just as a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than to be understood. So, like it's been saying all along in your readings, take that time to go back and really decide what it is you want. Gemini's going forward, and you guys will have nothing but success. So I hope you guys have a wonderful November, and I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye.